that court, there is no superior court that has vacated that order, then why are we disregarding that court order? Are we saying the federal government is kind of disobeying court order, which will become a content of the court? So to me, I am still saying people should speak to Mr. President. Don't tell him the implication, but just tell him to obey the law. Talk to his Attorney General to obey the law, because that is a standing order now, and there is no superior court that has vacated that order. So the most important thing, this guy, you don't do case with a dead fellow. God forbid, if anything happened to that guy, I know we may not be able to sit down in any studio talking about it. But before that happened, I think Mr. President has all the opportunity. He's the father of the nation. Mr. President can tell the Attorney General or the Federation to withdraw that case to his office, and they can grant him amnesty.
Presidential pardon.
Presidential pardon with condition. That should be done now. Whatever is agitating for this, they will come people to talk to him. The one they can meet immediately, the one that they will meet in long time. But if they begin to do something, this guy will be so comfortable, and there will be peace. If somebody says there is no peace in Igbo land, if there is no peace in Igbo land, and Igbo land is this country, there is no peace in Nigeria, and we want peace in this country.
All right, very well, George.
Yeah, I was actually thinking that before the President Tinubu came on board, I was thinking that one of the first things he would do is to unconditionally release Nnamdi Kanu, given that it has been proven that he has not committed, that level of crime that should keep him, behind bars for too long. But unfortunately, this is 2 years and counting. As against court orders, the man is still behind bars. I am thinking, this is my own thinking, I may not be too certain. I am thinking that Nnamdi Kanu is to be used as a pawn, for 2027.
And you think it's going to work?
Don't listen. I said this is
right
my
now,
thinking.
Right now, it might be counterproductive.
This is my thinking.
You're right.
That maybe before the election, there might be some kind of discussion between the president or his handlers and Nnamdi Kanu. We are going to release you on this condition, because one of the things is just to stretch him beyond the elastic limit, where the man would have been tired, like, should I die here? Okay, if he has any opportunity to live there, he will just key into whatever they're looking for. That is my thinking. I may be wrong, because I see no reason why a president like Tinubu, who has always prided himself as a Democrat, who has always seen himself as a man that believes in rule of law, will be going against a competent court of a court that has given a judgment on the release of Nnamdi Kanu. It's still somehow difficult for me to grapple that this thing is still lingering up till now. So I believe that's my thinking, that maybe for 2027 they want to have some kind of negotiation that may not necessarily be in favor of just the president. They must also see Nnamdi Kanu holding some kind of political position.
Well, what would say to a large extent how feasible is that? Because right now, the man's organs are failing according to medical reports. And if we got to go by your, if I call it conspiracy theory, one would say, how feasible is that going to be? How is it, even are the Southeasterners not too intelligent and politically aware to understand that if that move happens close to the election year, even by 2026, I mean, it will be visible to the blind and audible to the deaf that this is nothing but a political move.
Is that what you think?
Yes, it will be visible to the blind.
You are understanding it that way. Not everybody will see it from that angle.
It will be visible to the blind and audible to the deaf, because the calls for the release of Nnamdi Kanu has been going on even long before. In fact, to a large extent, one would say if ADC should come out today with the way things are right now, the tension right now in Southeast, if any political party comes out and uses Nnamdi Kanu as a campaign mantra, maybe vote for us, we're releasing Nnamdi Kanu, you'll be so surprised that the entire Southeast will go for that person.
That's exactly the point.
You'll be so surprised. Now, the point is this is an incoming, right, making that promise as against an incumbent who for over 2 to 3 years has refused to listen. They are not the same. They are not the same, to be frank, right? And the question is, why understand that this matter went to court and the judge now said, okay, the Nigerian Medical Association should look into the reports that the reports and the concerns of Nnamdi Kanu's health and give medical reports within 8 days, and also assess the DSS medical facility to be sure that, or to give their report on the state of that facility if it could handle Nnamdi Kanu's health. Medical reports have come out by Nigerian Medical Association saying his organs are failing. This man's health is in critical condition, and up until now, nothing is being done about it. And a House of Rep member, representing Nnamdi Kanu in this instance, has written to the Speaker Abbas, and he's seated there, saying the motion is out of order. The letter did it come to his office, like he is pretending from his position. And the questions he's asking the House of Rep member, he's pretending like he didn't receive that letter. Like, who does that? This is the life of a man on the line. At this point, we won't say that Nnamdi Kanu, is he a political captive at this point in Nigeria? Isn't this a violation of his fundamental human rights, the right to life, the right to dignity of human life? Isn't that a violation by a country that says it's being led by the rule of law? And at some point, we should stop playing politics with all these things. Is this thing helping the position of the federal government? And if Tinubu is planning to come back for 2027, how is this going to help him, considering what happened in Lagos in 2023? These things will play out. Like it or yes, it's going to play out. And even till now, Igbos, even in the Lagos, are still touting that they are being persecuted. And nobody is talking about it. Nobody is talking about it.
Someone has come over the House of Rep, the Assembly guys.
Why should we wait for it to get to this point? That's the question.
The issue here is
the truth.
The process has
yes.
begun. The process has begun. It doesn't matter how late or how early. The most important thing is that a process, to see officially to see that Nnamdi Kanu is released either on health grounds or based on the court's judgment that was given by the lower courts on the matter has begun. I believe that moving forward, not just the Southeasterners, people of good conscience, Nigerians from all tribes and all groups will begin to see the need, not just because we hate Igbos or we like Igbos, but because Nnamdi Kanu is also a human and has the right to life. Because what affects A also affects the others. If you think you can keep quiet because it's happening to Nnamdi Kanu, he's an Igbo man, tomorrow the tide may turn and may become your turn. So the most important thing, like I said earlier,